Hang on 1 second, folks. Something is going on with the screen. Check, check. 1, 2. Come on. All right. Okay, well, we're going to start the colony anyway. I'm going to hope that this gets some video back up. Oh, we got it. We got visual. Okay, so Eve is hard at work researching. The bee is chopping down every tree within sight. And Fisher is sleeping. And we are currently researching tree sowing, for which we have 160 to 1,000 points. For those of you who missed last week, you didn't really miss a whole lot, if we're being honest. Eve finally broke out of this mental thing she was going through. And as you can see, has clearly now putting her brain against how can we grow trees. Fisher looks like he's preparing the rice supply for food. And the monkey. Yep, fish has to get more rice. And B is returned for food. Eve is now heading into bed. And B is out chopping more trees. Fisher is visiting Adam's grave. A moment of quiet contemplation. Fisher's playing horseshoes. Bia's going to take down half the forest if this keeps up. Bia now stargazing. Eve has gotten food poisoning from the fact that the cooking area was dirty. So Fisher is now asleep. Eve has gone back to researching. Bea is now visiting Adam's grave. Fisher is now awake and eating some food. Before returning to harvesting the rice. Rabbit is giving birth as Eve is now cloud watching. Yes, that is actually the ewe we named Rabbit because it was breeding like one. Oh yes, I forgot about that. We also did name our one ewe Rabbit because it was breeding like one. Oh, Eve hurling a little now from the. I have no idea where Fisher's going. Fisher's just going for a walk. And now Fisher's getting back to work, turning the rice into delicious food. Looks like Eve's grabbing some wood. I don't know what she's doing. Okay, Eve is restocking the torches. So, Fisher's finally gone to bed. So if we were on day 21, 28 is the Sabbath. Eve once again back to work on the tree research. As Bea is clearly restocking our torches. Hooray! We have 27.3% of the tree researching done. Fisher once again cooking, as we can. You can do it, Fisher. Turn the rice into food. Fisher now attempting to gain more rice so that he can indeed prepare more scrumptious meals for our people. Fisher really needs to learn how to cook food, how to. She's recovering from food poisoning, which is always good. Man, Eve has really been making a mess of the place. So Fisher's now in bed. Eve is back to work on figuring out how we can make trees grow. You know, the funny thing is, if we watch like this area here, we see most of the action. Case in point, Eve's probably going to go to Eve's going to bed. Fisher, meanwhile, is getting back to work on preparing more food for us to eat. Excellent. Grab all the rice you can. Use it to prepare food for us. Oh, one of the foods I think actually just went bad. Hooray! You got rid of the rice you stored and you created now, and that you not created, that you grew and harvested. Now you have to cut down more of it. It was a really bad weather because God created the earth. Uh-oh. Pause game. We gotta run through this list. Land 2, Land 3, U2, Land 5. Wow, we'll do almost the entire block. Alright, that's unfortunate. Unfortunately, I don't really have health care for the animals, so. Well, hang on, the plague is minor. Cancel it. I wonder how you handle I wonder how you handle plague without medicine. Okay, I think that's everyone. EU2 is now given birth. Hooray! Soon we will have corn. Actually, here we can see pretty much everything. Eve back to work on how do we grow trees. Yes, Eve, research how we grow trees. We are at 34% of knowing how we grow trees. How is Eve's food poisoning doing? Eve is good. She still has a scar on her right hand, but food poisoning has recovered. Excellent. Now that Fish has done some harvesting, you guessed it, folks. Rabbit is pregnant again. Yay for Rabbit being pregnant. Again. As Fisher continues to use the corn now. Bam. Up. Hang on, what is salvation? A prisoner is being held by the Eaters of Gore. A prisoner being held by the Eaters of Gore has managed to steal a radio and call you. Werner is being held at a camp near New Eden under armed guard. Rescue and she will join your colony. She's a 45-year-old native. She says there is an enemy outpost with the site guard by one pirate and there may be an unknown threat. See where the prison camp is. All right. Well, it's nearby, but can we reach it with our food reserve? See, that's the problem. Oh, crud. We also can't launch a... This is going to be a tricky one. I might have to go to the AI on this. See if we even attempt this mission. We've got 26 days. Let's go back to base. I'll run the game on normal speed. You guys watch while I check with the AI. Oh shoot, I forgot I can't do both simultaneously. Okay. Then here's what we'll do. I'll go check with the AI. You guys will just have to chill out for a few minutes. Looking for it, conversations. Okay, where is it? We'll just run a new conversation. So here's what we got during week 4 of the RimWorld and our Christian rules run. Situation has arisen. You know what? We're going to switch screens. So you guys can literally see everything. I just have to remember to switch it back. Because I didn't do that once. Huh, I don't see. I got capture specific. And let me just bring my browser back up, see if that did it. No, it did not. Okay. So we're just going to jump you guys back. We're just going to take you guys. That was me trying to see if I could at least get my screen up. So you guys see what I'm doing. I will tell it to capture a specific window and I'll send back the RimWorld. So, like I was saying, you two is pregnant, great. Doing week 4 of RimWorld on Christian rules run. Situation has arisen. The Eaters of Gore. The Eaters of Gore kidnapped a non-colonist. Said non-colonist got hold of a radio and contacted New Eden, our settlement. Normal rule set says we cannot attack certain. But that is under normal circumstances. Threat level is stated at 1. Armed person and an unknown threat. Just going to change where that is. No, our settlement. Threat level is stated at 1 person. Normal rule sets that we cannot attack settlements, but that is under normal circumstances. Is it within the Christian faith rules to attack a settlement for a rescue? I'm also going to ask it to please include scripture backings if you can. We are going to run the game, and I will check back on what it says. Going to secondary speed. Fish is now frying up the corn. Okay, Fish has gone to bed. I'm going to see what the stat report is on the AI. Yes, within a Christian ethics rule set up, rescue operation can be justified and in some cases arguably a moral duty in attacking hostile someone. The key is why and how you do it. Here's the middle principles. The clearest thread, as listed by the AI, is Proverbs 24 verses 11 and 12. Rescuers are being taken away to death. Hold back those who are stumbling to the slaughter. Does he not, who keeps watch over his soul, know it? And will he not repay man according to his work? This is essentially a command. If someone is being led to destruction and you have people to intervene, you should. Abraham hears the Lord's been taken captive. He arms his men, pursues the kings, and rescues Lot and their captives. As we see in Genesis 14, verses 14 through 16, this is a military rescue mission, not conquest. 1 Samuel 30 explains how David's people and families are kidnapped by the Alchemites. David seeks the Lord, then pursues and attacks to rescue the captives. Again, targeted rescue is not aggression for spoils. These give Saul present for going into enemy territory for the sake of captives. Love of neighbor and sacrificial protection. Luke 10:25 through 37 tells us the story of the Good Samaritan, how he goes towards danger and causes to help someone harmed by violence. John 15:13. Greater love is none than this, and someone who lays down his life for his friends. Philippians 2:4. Let each of you look not in his own interest, but also the interest of others. Morally, you're not attacking for revenge, loot, or expansion. You're risking yourself for the good of someone else. Your rules say no attacking someone is a great default against aggression and conquest, but rescue is different from revenge. So wrong. We're going to wipe the eaters because they annoy us. Potentially right. We're going for a limited operation to free a captive, cause them unnecessary harm, and then withdraw. The cost also applies. You know a visible threat, one on person, unknown threat. A Christian approach to include honest assessment. Is this a suicide? Ew. That's a good one. Will sending a rescue team after him put the entire colony potentially in the run? Okay. We're going to have to send the whole colony for this to be impossible. The intent, yeah, we're gonna try to run the rescue, not extermination or loot. We leave once the captive is secured or the mission is clearly impossible. Proportionally, we use minimal necessary force. We'll avoid unnecessary killing. So basically everyone's gonna go barehanded. Yeah, basically if an enemy drops, we leave them. If they don't, like, yeah, if an enemy runs away, we don't pursue them. If they drop, we leave them. If at all possible, we'll attempt to give medical treatment to anyone who's downed. We're obviously not going to try to execute the prisoner. We're going to try to get them out of there. All right, caravan time. Let's do it. Now, where'd the missions go? All right, the travel will take 3.6 days. Let's do this. Uh-oh, caravan only has 5 days worth of food and people will become hungry quickly. Some people's diets will not allow most of the food on board the caravan. If they are forced to eat the food due to hunger, they will become unhappy. We might have to... Let's see if we can... What if we leave a Bia behind? I don't like sending Fisher on a potential death. We're going to send everyone in. I'd rather they be unhappy than starved. Send the caravan. Confirm. Oh, they're grabbing the I see what they're doing. They were even grabbing the raw food. You know, if we make this, folks, we are going to need a day of rest. I also came to another bad realization. We might not have the food necessary to get back. Well, don't forget, grabbing supplies from the camp in order to get the food. Lamb 5 is no longer incapable of walking. And looks like our flock perished. That is unfortunate. The plague has clearly taken its toll. Hang on, Wilmer. We're coming to get you, buddy. So basically, our rule for the one person is if we can take them out barehanded, we'll take them out as barehanded as possible. I just had another bad thought. I hope we can get more food. I hope we can get I hope we can get more food coming back. Yeah, we have 2.5 days of food. Oh, are you kidding me? There's nothing we can do about it. We're too far out. Jumper is equipped with a steel knife. I'm going to draft everybody. Oh, they're all drafted automatically. Nice. All right, team. Go for it. Okay, we got a problem. Our buddy ducked into the cave. Hey, what are you doing? Melee attacks. I want this dude take. I want this dude. Oh. Dang it. No, not a. Even insisting on shooting this guy. Good, get in there and help. Is he at risk of bleeding? Is he at risk of bleeding out? Fisher with the fork, man! Who's our doctor? Eve's our doctor. Eve. Fisher, you're with me. Let's go find this prisoner. While they're doing that, I am going to go give the AI an update. And just in case he does wake up. Update. Currently looking for a prisoner. Update. Currently looking for a prisoner. Fisher and Ava got front line the hostile trying to take him out. I really need that knife over her. He got one good blow and boom. Hostile dead. Are now looking for are now trying to break and now breaking down doors looking for the prisoner. Look over, I kicked off. So you think you You basically sent your defenders against a known evil, try to free a captive. That's very Genesis 14. A small committed group going in for rescue, not conquer. Took the official landed one hit and hostile died. Something is good or people. You weren't trying to slaughter, you were trying to stop an active threat. The death is tragic within the bounds of a just rescue attempt. In character, we could have New Eden later reflect on, we do not rejoice in killing, even of our enemies, but we will defend innocence when we must. This part is the kicking down. You're not looting. You're not burning. You're not farming XP. You're running room to room trying to find the kidnapped person. This pairs well with Proverbs 4:11. Rescue those being taken away to death. Luke 15 imagery. The shepherd leading the 99 to find the one that's lost. You're literally home to search for that one. Once the prisoner is found or confirmed dead or gone, our moral justification ends and we'll get out of here. After that, minimal force, no killing, and no, well, over here, let's raid their stuff. You're rather not even a bit decisive. Fisher might be your David with the sword, necessary in a crisis, dangerous in peacetime. After raid, you can roleplay a platoon. This was an active rescue defense mission. Fisher doesn't carry a lethal melee weapon, or we arm Fisher with a non-lethal or lower damage option in normal patrols. If we find our captives, we free them obviously if possible, and if possible we offer medical help. We don't rescue everyone, but I treat them as neighbors. Down enemies will be stabilized, and we don't have prisoners at all. If we could, the Lord knows those who are truly His. Back assuming they do. Really? Nothing in 2 rooms. Are there any other doors? There's another set. Fisher! Take it out! We found him! Nice. Is there any... Alright, we're going to give you the update, see what we do here now. So here we go. Update. Prisoner found is trying to call him. We need that back. Moral question, though. According to Christian rules, is it okay to take the food? To increase our odds of making it back. Yes, under a Christian faith rule said taking some food to survive your return journey can be justified as long as your heart, posture, and limbs are right. We're not thieves, we're rescuers in a just action. We didn't come to this outpost to rape or profit, we came to rescue a captive. Combat in this action is a result of their evil kidnapping, not our greed. Biblically, when God's people fought just battles or rescue missions, they often did up with prisoner spoils. 1 Samuel 30, 18-20, after rescuing their families, David recovered all the Amalekites had taken. David also captured all the flocks and herds. This wasn't about greed, it was about provision and restoration after a just rescue. Again, going to Genesis 14, Abram refused personal enrichment from the King Solomon, but his men still ate and took what was needed. His stance, I won't get rich off this, but we will be sustained. So for New Eden, you're not plundering, you're taking what's reasonably necessary for the safety of those you just saved. Jesus allows for meeting and genuine need, even when the technical ownership of loot is questionable. Matthew 12:1-4, and Luke 6:1-4, the disciples pluck grain on the Sabbath because they are hungry. Jesus recalls David eating the consecrated bread when in need. Human life and genuine needs matter. God is not pleased with rules that cause preventable harm. Okay, I'm going to have stealing for gain is off limits. New Eden will not reap for profit after rescue. May only take food and medical needed for a safe return to the care of the rescued, remembering that God hates greed. So I don't really know. Tortoise eggs? This room should be sufficient. This room and the meals should be sufficient to get us back to base. All right, let's reform the caravan. Let's get out of here. Open the world screen. Select the site and choose Reform Caravan. Oh, shoot. We don't have enough food. Cancel. This is a problem. That's a passive cooler. What do we do? Okay. Let's see if that helps. Reform the caravan. Reroute it back to New Eden. All right. I just hope we can get back in time. The good news is we should have berries on the way, so hopefully that'll help. Yes, unfortunately, Warner is naked. We are going to have to take care of that. Not good. What happened? The caravan's been ambushed! Go get him! Oh, Connor, you idiot. Oh, shoot, he wasn't down yet. Now he is. Do we have our stuff here? Yeah, I didn't think to check this. We should have made a grave while we were... We can't build a grave on site. Okay. To leave the area, use reformed caravan. Not good, not good. Zoom in. What happened? I must say, please tell me you're just... Okay, Fisher's not in danger of dying. We might have to take care of some problems here before we get into a major issue. Okay, we gotta get you guys back to base. You two is giving birth. Well, the caravan is out of food. Hopefully, they'll survive long enough to get back to New Eden. Oh, shoot, I think we took all the food from New Eden, though. We are going to have to do some serious hunting when we get back. Okay, good. He was back up. Wow, it's been day 31. I hate to say this, folks, but I'm ruling the run a failure. We're going to have to work. We've practically been at work like 3, 4. Let's do one more thing with the AI. What date are we on? Determine whether or not this run is a loss. It is now day 31. It is now day 31. The caravan clearly missed its last Sabbath, and we'll need to miss another once back at New Eden. They ran out from the way back and are already starving. Okay, AI says not lost. From a Christian standpoint, what happened in the caravan, exact kind of scenario with Sabbath, Yah, the mercy necessity. Which one of the achievement falls in the and falls into the Sabbath will not take hold of it and lift it out. So it's lawful to do on the Sabbath. Works of mercy, works of necessity. My caravan Sabbath on a rescue mission is now starting to death. I must work on the Sabbath to survive. Bailey is not rebutting the exact kind of acceptance Jesus himself demands. Citing Matthew 12:7 and Luke 14:5. All right, so the game says keep. So the AI says keep rolling. We just have to hope we can get back. Yeah, I know. We got major break risks. And yes, Warner, we will do our best to get you clothing as soon as we can. Well, that might solve the food issue. Apparently, New Eden has a monkey. A monkey has gone haywire. Another one? All right, the caravan has made it back, I think. Oh, shoot. Fisher! Oh, man. We are in trouble, guys. Oh, shoot. Even Fisher were drafted. That's right. What did you... Oh, Fisher's doctoring. Okay, good. Okay, I think for the Folks, I'm going to be honest. I think for our, I think I'm going to have the AI. Yeah, if you got to eat it raw, eat it raw. I know you don't like it, but hey, at least you're alive. Now what? What's the situation with Eve? Oh, that's not good. Everyone who's up is getting all jobs. We need to get this we need to get this colony back up and running. Are you kidding me? Man hunting guinea pigs? Are they both dead? And yes, Warner, we're going to get you clothing as soon as possible. Okay, one issue at a time here, people. We took care of that. We took care of the monkey. Now what? What is going... Extreme malnutrition. Oh, come on. Yes, we know it's raw, but it's better than nothing. Okay, well, hopefully we have the situation fixed. And, well, actually, let's see if I can get one or at least a shirt. There, dude. You're no longer naked. I mean, sure, you're not in the best of shape, but I mean, you're not, um, okay. Now what? I was about to put everyone back into regular work details and call it an episode. But the PA is now down due to scabies infection. Okay, well, this is certainly a cliffhanger to leave us on. I'm also going to set up some major rule. I'm also going to get a clarified rule set for next time. Tomorrow is whatever Wednesday, where I play pretty much whatever I want. Hopefully, way more relaxing than this. Until then, this is Saint Spud reminding you to go in peace, to love and serve the Lord. As for me, I am out of here.